I'm just kidding. I wasn't speaking of it at all. Here's the people for the next podcast.
I'm gonna excuse myself first.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you so much, Maurice.
Enjoy top 8. Congratulations. Enjoy
Yes.
Japan.
My plan would have been to async otherwise for the losers match that I still have to do, but that's kind of lame, right?
Yeah, well, I'm, and we would have had to do more than one and hope that people were blind to the game. So this worked out much better.
Yeah. How does that even? I never thought
I
about
don't
it.
know.
We just
I
have
was,
to
I was
hope. I
thinking
don't-
about this.
It would not
I
have
was
been good.
Would you just do like 4 races to make it really sure? Or
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
would we try to give you something really unlikely to have been raced before?
I guess maybe we could have done like a reverse async where you like make them race it and ask me if I'm blind, and then but then what am I gonna do? Like race it after 2 weeks? That's also lame and potentially problematic.
Yeah,
I never
because
thought about
I mean,
that. How do we do it normally then? The asyncs. How do we
We just
guarantee
hope.
blindness?
we just hope.
just-
That's why you don't want to do asyncs. We have no plan.
Okay.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. We have no plan, and we gotta
Well,
hope.
there's
that-
also like less of a time crunch availability. Like
Yeah.
the schedules don't line up, but like people are still available. Well, you dodged that bullet.
Yeah. So yeah, have fun. Wow, look at Zecks stars. That's a lot of stars.
He's got a lot of stars. It's going to be Zecks versus AaronDobbe. Longtime top 8 player. I was going to say maker of top 8s. Made top 8 6 times, and he won the dang tournament. Not many people can say that.
So true. So true.
Definitely the words of someone highly distracted by setting up video footage.
How could you
in the
tell? How could you
background.
tell? Actually, luckily, because you can set up the VODs just on OBS, I'm mostly good to go there. I just need to get the box art and stuff for this game, and then we'll be good to go.
All right. I'm also a little bit distracted because while you're working, I don't get to see the player cards anymore. So I think AaronDobbe had something like a 53% win rate.
Chat
Is
can help us
pretty
out.
good. Pretty good overall, but fiercely good at puzzle games. AaronDobbe will come in here and teach you a thing or two about a puzzle game, though. From what I'm seeing, that's not what we're going to be playing today.
No, it might have some puzzle elements. This is a game from a developer that we've already, a weirdo indie dev that we've already seen at least once.
That we're sort of equal parts fan of, and but also are wary of.
Yeah, I mean, I it's just nice when people are, making something out there that's a little different than everything else. We like it when people are extending themselves and making stuff that the industry doesn't always know about, or like emulate. All right, hold on. We've got the game, I think. Let's transition over. Now you're gonna see the wrong thing.
Oh, look
We've
at
got
that!
the
I got it
game.
exactly 53%. By the way, boom.
Is Mogijet.
Mogijet. Yeah. So this developer made Borijin, which I think we saw earlier, the game with the boomerang buzzsaw. And I think it might have been that game that Maurice described as the sort of game that a top 8 player will do really well in. It's just the sort of thing that it pushes people to a limit that often a top 8 player is able to clear that high a wall, whereas someone else is more likely to trip and have to take a couple runs at it in order to get over it. So it's exactly not the kind of game I think AaronDobbe wanted to draw against someone like Zecks.
Yeah, I don't know how this one went, but this is going to be a tough one for AaronDobbe. Let's, I'll get it started. We'll say 3, 2, 1, go. Let me click on this, click on this, click on this. That's really loud. We're probably getting sound from both VODs.
you go. You got a jetpack and a machine gun. And boy, there's a lot of guys. They drop these yellow things. Those are goodies. Collect the coins. And now this horrible machine gun guy, Zecks is like clicking outside of the screen and accidentally on his Windows toolbar, which allowed AaronDobbe to clear the first stage and gain a small lead here.
Yeah, so the I know that the screen like adjusts on Zech's side after this, so yeah, there we go. I can recrop this. So yeah, we've this game, I'll pull up the paste bin for it, but I think it's pretty straightforward. It looks like, it plays like it looks. You fly around, you shoot stuff, you get to the end of the level. I don't think that there's a whole lot to trip you up in this game, other than the fact that it's quite hard.
Yeah, Zech's got a little bit led astray. The first level has, the first thing you do is hit a blue button, and that like opens a door to the outside, where a giant killer robot murders you, and so like it's not a place where you want to go, but the blue button seems to imply like you should probably go there. So that's what Zecks did. That's what allowed AaronDobbe to get this lead. But Zecks is the first one to clear the second stage just by a second or two.
Got a shotgun?
Robot falls. Oh
That's
my
not
God.
looking too good.
That's a lot
I
of
would say you probably
rockets.
don't want to get hit by all the missiles at once.
Yeah. If I had to choose a number of rockets to take to the face, it would be a lot less than the number that Zecks has taken twice in a row.
Absolutely.
Oh, they curve and home in. Kind of hard to deal with. AaronDobbe doing a good job. Point
Looks
blank.
like there's no contact damage. That's a really good thing to check early. I think that assuming that a game has contact damage before you check is a bad decision. Because if
Yeah.
a game doesn't have contact damage, like, fighting bosses is, like, infinitely easier. And so you need to know if they designed it that way.
Zecks is playing like there is no okay, there we go. Gets in a little bit. Maybe had a chance to see it just there. But yeah, AaronDobbe got really aggressive. Knew that the missiles are less of a problem if you're just inside the boss's hitbox. Knew to jump away from the uppercut attack that it has, which is sort of designed to push you away. And that was a quick clear. Just needs the yellow something to get through this door. Oh no, already has it. I can see it on the UI. It's gone now. The door's open. The end of the level is here.
Wait a minute. That's so funny what I'm reading in chat. You see this? Because, okay, so AaronDobbe makes covers of other songs in Donkey Kong 64 sound font. And I guess he's just replaced his whole MIDI soundscape on his machine with that sound, so it made this game sound like Donkey Kong 64. Hold on, I have to check. I have to pull up his audio.
You think it would come through? I guess it would.
Oh, it was before the start. Darn.
Oh,
I almost
okay.
want to go back and see if we can find it. That's so funny, though. Anyways, that boss didn't give either player really a whole lot of trouble. Oh, the title is broken. Well, let me fix that. Boom. It's a one-click title apply. Thank you, Maurice.
So AaronDobbe is one stage ahead, is right at the end here, needs to shoot through these boxes, hit the red button. I mean, what can go wrong here? Oh, the jetpack has limited fuel!
That's what can go wrong. That's it.
I was like, this is...
It's almost silly that you said that, because really that was... we've got Zecks with the Windows 7 start menu. Shoutouts to Windows 7.
It was suspicious that the end of the level was so lacking in any kind of challenge that I was searching for the challenge, and well, AaronDobbe didn't find it in time.
So we've got money up on the top, which is good. I think that's just points. I don't think there's any purpose for the money, but it is cool that we
got caught on the lights at the exit there. Almost got shot by these robots trying to go over the top of them. But gets
I'm guessing you don't have
AaronDobbe.
to switch out for this shotgun on this level. It seems like it would probably be better, but I don't know. Everything's kind of in a straight line. Maybe the shotgun isn't so good. Alright.
Oh,
No,
The
gets
light.
caught on the lamp.
I think their first mistake was they jumped out pretty wide to the left and then had to use fuel just to jetpack back to the right.
Yeah. You want to do as much with gravity as you can, I guess. You definitely have to use more fuel to stop your acceleration. It's not an instant, like, upwards. Okay. I don't know about that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's close, but It looks that looks really hard. Can you shoot the button from further away? Have they tried shooting the button?
That's a good thought. I feel like I maybe have seen them shoot a button earlier. Now that you say it out loud.
In Ikiki games, you can shoot buttons in many different, because all of his games control pretty differently, but shooting buttons is a thing I've seen. There we go. AaronDobbe shoots the button, moves on.
Zecks is here, watching in the chat. Hello.
Shoutouts to Zecks. Don't spoil the result. Either congratulations or we're so sorry.
Okay, this bottom of the level is not safe. Look at this guy. I like his hat.
Yeah, he needs like a Tommy gun or something. Like an old 1920s
You come in here,
gangster.
try to fight me and my boys. I'll give
There
you
was
what
this-
for. See?
I used to work at this school, and it had in like the elementary school library. There were these things up on the wall that was like A is for this and B is for this or whatever, but it was like a bunch of different letters. And K was for like kidnapping kangaroos, and it was all these kangaroos with like these hats, and they had like Tommy guns and these gangster hats, and they were like tying people up. And this was just like in the elementary school. It's very odd.
They just didn't take enough time to be like, man, K's tricky letter. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have them kidnapping people with guns.
Ran with their first idea. Could have been just kidding kangaroos.
Right.
Telling jokes, those jokesters, those kangaroos. So Zecks is here in the same boss fight.
Yeah, so
and
neither
the
of them
health
are
bar is
doing
pretty similar.
like they're all doing really slow damage. It's not like you couldn't win with this method. Well, unless you die, I guess.
Oh.
Ooh, Zecks there we go, baited the attack the other direction. Getting behind this guy seems like kind of the only... Obviously, you can hit him going across, but... And Zecks takes a lead.
Yeah, I like the just get inside him. Hard to do. If you cross, he crosses also.
So the shotgun has limited range, but does this straight shot have limited range? I feel like
Yes.
AaronDobbe
Yeah,
isn't shooting from far enough away. Oh, okay, I see.
it's quite small. It's disappointingly small.
Too bad. Ooh, that was a good one. Yeah,
Yeah,
no contact
random.
damage is a necessity in this fight, so it's good that they've both discovered that. Because if you thought you couldn't fly through this guy, you would be going all over the place and running out of fuel all the time.
It's so annoying that he stays out of your reach. It's a death for
Ooh.
Zecks in stage 7. Died a couple times at the start here.
AaronDobbe's pretty close. I think this is gonna happen.
Going with the shotgun.
Yeah, Roars brings up a good point. That's a pretty bad background for this level 7 palette. It's pretty extreme.
Oh,
But it does make it look different. Nice, so we're tied. We're tied right up, although Zecks has a little bit more knowledge.
yeah, Zecks is going to the top for this machine gun power-up, or whatever this is, this M. And has caught these guys at the top here on the right side of the screen, so is going to be safe. AaronDobbe, in the meanwhile, uh-oh, running out of jets, barely!
Oh, wow.
Both
And eating
players.
plenty of jelly donuts.
So the red button's been hit. There's a red door open. I think they're already through the part that has just been opened, I think. Or is it through the spikes?
Oh, Aaron has
Whoa.
infinite flight.
Oh. There's a big guy there. What's that big guy
Ooh.
do? Oh, he blasts your face off point blank. Gotcha. Okay. Any room to go over the top of that guy?
So I assume the infinite flight is just some sort of power-up around here.
I bet that barrel underneath the red button has it. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know if I would have spotted the... I mean, I would have been... Once I went out on those spikes, I would have been like, whoa, this is too many spikes. What am I going to do? And then I would have looked at the fuel and saw.
Okay, Zecks is killing that guy first. And I would be a little suspicious that because he has a big shield in front of him, you couldn't just fly right through him like you can these guys that aren't holding big shields.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if either of them have actually tested whether or not they can just walk right into him, but this seems like the right method.
He shoots right at you. Like,
Yeah.
He seems to track you pretty good. I bet you could have some kind of sharp angle to come in and dodge him, but yeah, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to sneak past.
Aaron has the shotgun, which is probably not ideal for this part, but we made it work. Moving on.
I think it worked out perfectly.
Yeah,
all 5
you're right.
shots were hitting the guy.
I didn't realize he had a bit of a delay where you could kind of bait him and then shoot a little bit and then fall back down, and I think that's the ticket. Actually, knowing that he works like that is going to make this level a little bit easier too. Still with the infinite jet. Is that just going to be infinite jet for the rest of the game? That'd be interesting.
I think so. That's what I seem to remember.
That's cool.
Which has really sort of changed the dynamic of the levels here. You are now constantly going to be feathering this jetpack as you play this game.
Yeah, much more of just an action game now.
Zecks is fishing for a button on the other side of the lasers. It's just kind of shooting, hoping that it's there. Doesn't see it. It's a room full of bad guys.
That's 1,640 yen. Less than AaronDobbe. It's not yen. I don't actually know what that symbol is. That looks like the thing that is like 10,000 or something, but that doesn't make a lot of sense.
A lot of guys chasing Zecks around right now. And AaronDobbe dies. It's hard to tell what's a pickup and what's an enemy.
Oh, it is yen. There you go.
And that's the exit.
Yeah, I noticed that. You moved your screen a little bit at one point, Zecks, so let me see if I can uncrop it. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice.
I think we're on the boss now. If I remember right, this is the end of the game.
I don't think so. I think that there is a different boss that is the end.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Well, a lot has been asked here. There's a big shield that it seems like you got to do something to deal with. Does it rotate slow or fast? Oh my god, it just burst with lightning. AaronDobbe dies right at the end of stage 8. Or wait, were they in the room or were they outside the room? I missed it.
The classic core shmup boss. I can think of many games where you fight some sort of energy core very similar to this.
Okay, so the back vibrates and then bursts with missiles.
Is that
Shield
solid?
seems to-
I would think you could fly to the other side of him, but maybe that hole in the middle is solid. Has Zecks
Why is that
tried
side of the
flying through
level
the hole?
there, though? Like, you should be able to get over there somehow. Guiding the missile into the boss is a good thought. It would explain, like, oh, yeah, the shield points at you, but the rocket's over there. So you...
Right.
That's
there we go. So yeah, that is just not a solid pole.
Yeah.
And then so you can get around them. Yeah.
You had to get over there somehow. And
that pole is just there. Ikiki had an architect sort of like consult on this game, and they're like, dude, this guy can't just be floating there. He's like, fine, I'll draw a pole in, but it's not going to have collision. And that's how we got this.
A number of enemies spawning in from the bottom of the screen.
Okay,
They're
so this is
hiding
kind of
out
a slow
inside the
strat.
shield.
Oof. I was going to say this worked, but I didn't know that 10 missiles were going to come out, and I think that put a bit of a hamper in the strategy.
What's the saying? Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah, until 10 missiles come out of the core boss, I think is the way that goes.
It does vibrate before it goes, but there's a lot to pay attention to.
Not your fuel anymore, which is nice.
Nice dodge. AaronDobbe's at the bottom of the level. Why is this lightning here? Oh, there is a button over there. Okay,
oh,
so Zecks
the
was
beam!
shooting at it.
The energy beam! Oh, it's okay. We're faster than the energy beam, but just barely.
I get it. It was cropped off of that left side of Zecks' screen. Okay, I think AaronDobbe is going to be able to give the rope-a-dope to these enemies. Just circle strafe him, get the clear, join Zecks on this boss level.
Ooh,
Who
Zecks
did-
with an incredibly close fight, but died right at the end. Ooh, got 2 hits in there. That's huge. Getting these hits in early before the more complicated patterns start happening is always good.
Here's AaronDobbe starting the fight now. Oh, there's like stuff in the ceiling. You can get a different weapon. Boss low on health. Look out for the laser.
The beam!
Expertly dodged.
One of the yellowest energy beams I've ever
Oh! Eats all of the missiles. Cannot get hit by the other ones. Needs one more shot.
seen. There it is. Maybe. What's
Finds
this? Oh,
it.
that's money. That's money. That's good. We're good. Stage 10.
Stage
Moving
10.
on. Ah! Get out of here.
The escape sequence. This is not like a... It's not like a, oh, rush, 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 go as fast as you can. It's more of an auto-scroller.
This is like an
Although-
endurance thing, though, because a lot of times you can run past enemies, and you don't want to run past these guys. Well,
There's
maybe.
a button there. So this game is probably going to make you double back and like hit a button
Yeah.
in an out-of-the-way place and then quickly get out again.
Being able to shoot buttons helps with that. Just based on the width of the screen, it can never be that far away.
AaronDobbe's got the circles going. Was not
This is a
afraid to try to
jamming
go through the wall.
OST.
Yeah. Generally pretty decent music in these games.
This is this core fight. Neither of them have discovered any sort of trick to it. There may be one, but it's probably faster to just try and get through it rather than keep looking for it. But it's really a battle of endurance. You have to be really consistent, kind of like the 3,000 meter grind in the Aero Racer that we had the other day. You know, you kind of just have to keep doing the same thing and not mess up.
I really want them to get like a whole bunch of damage in, like ba 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 ba. But like I guess there's some reason why they're not doing that.
I think you just can't shoot that quickly. Yeah.
Oh, they have like they took like the sniper rifle gun, I guess. Oof.
Well, wait, is this game music? I feel like it's not. This is Layton music.
This is Professor Layton music?
Yes. Wait, where is this even coming from? Where am I hearing this Layton music from? Is this just me?
Did the developer of the game put it in?
No, I just turned down the VOD and I'm not hearing it anymore, so that means it's my computer playing it somewhere. There it is.
I hear something on Discord.
Yep. So that was just me accidentally hearing Layton
The level
music.
is clear.
We're good.
On to 11. This is the end. Or, wait, no, it's a second escape sequence. Never mind. We're going vertical now, and it's much faster. Need to shoot the button. AaronDobbe doing a good job dodging the laser, getting the hits with the shotgun. It's good damage. Here come the missiles.
Okay.
Very
okay.
defensive. Back
Yep.
up and spread out.
There it is.
Whoop, whoop,
There's the
it's money.
kill.
It's money. It's money. I made the same mistake. Did not think the shotgun would finish off there.
Ooh, shotgun might have been the wrong choice for Zecks because the range is even less, and so you have to get closer to the buttons to shoot it.
Did AaronDobbe just go racing off the left side of the screen and die?
That means if you were really good at this, you could finish the auto-scroller before it scrolled, because the level's there.
Or the death was caused by not being on the screen anymore. In which case,
Oh, that's
absolutely
true,
not.
too.
I'm not sure. Big robot. What's the plan,
Oh,
Zecks?
he dead.
Blow it up.
Okay.
Nice.
Looking good. The spikes are instant death, I think. Oh no, mean. Okay, it's all right. We figured it out. Ooh, you
Had to
gotta
be
rush.
suspicious, I think, that
You gotta get down there. Oof.
it wouldn't just let you go straight up. Oh, AaronDobbe's shotgun, making it harder to hit that blue button at the end. Would have been right there with Zecks.
Zecks with the fadeaway shot. 3-pointer. I watch sports. We've got.
So defensive.
I
You hear
actually don't
that,
watch
Dad?
basketball.
I said it right this time.
Yeah, I actually don't watch basketball at all, but or play it. I'm barely 5 feet tall. We've got. Okay, this isn't even a different weapon, unless he's just holding the button now more often. I don't understand
No.
when they switch. I know they pick them up in boxes, but I think that it continues from level to level until you run out of ammo for it. Can we kill this guy? Okay.
Yep. Kind of get close.
I mean, you have to
Nice.
cut it close there. This section, you got to go to the right, like, immediately. Because having to fall down and go under these spikes is really... Oh!
Ah.
Cut it a little too close. AaronDobbe moving on. I mean, this is a possible catch-up spot right here.
That red button
don't
was
mean the
about the
condiment.
halfway point of the level AaronDobbe is on. Oh, took a face full of machine gun fire there. It's racing to the button, hits it, but off screen, unable to control the height, goes up into the ceiling, hits the spikes
Yeah.
again right at the end of the level.
Rough. Pretty big time loss on an auto-scroller.
Zecks has got this guy following him. Yeah, okay. Drops down to take him out.
Oh!
Control. Oh!
In the fire.
You fall so quickly in this game. It's so easy to just pick up a little bit too much speed downwards.
There are games where fire that rises from the bottom of the screen has a pretty generous hitbox. This seems not to be one.
No, you cannot touch it. Yeah, that button, that blue button at the end, AaronDobbe has to go racing off the left side of the screen to get close enough to hit it. But the machine gun seems to have longer, I mean, it definitely has longer reach than the shotgun. And that sniper thing, I think, hits even longer than that.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Zecks is finally through the... Oh, this is the... Oh, what a death! What a death. That's a sad, sad day.
I think I saw him let off the jetpack.
Oh,
just a
Aaron
little
dying
bit,
again, right near the end of that.
but not soon enough.
Yeah, you definitely have some momentum on this jetpack. Yeah, I mean, there's always the time to, like, check the boxes and barrels and try and pick up more weapons, but also you could just, like, keep trying. It's hard. I mean, that's a big thing in mystery strategy, whether to try and change the stuff up, or if you've been close to the end of a level before, just try and make it through. Okay, Zecks masterfully flying this. Moving on. Is stage 12, which I think this may be the final stage. Yeah, I remember this guy.
AaronDobbe again dying, trying to hit the button. I feel like they're so stressed out and having to go in to hit the button that it just becomes harder to feather the jetpack as necessary. This guy doesn't seem to be doing much. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a pretty fast wide attack that suddenly emerged from the boss. But that was a half health taken away on the first attempt from Zecks. Wow, you just can't get hit by this thing.
Yeah, this wave seems to be way too strong.
Going shotgun.
And he can shoot it through his own head, which is unfortunate. It means he has pretty high range here.
So there are these barrels floating around the level. Oh, machine gun now. It's gonna do the laser? Nope. Oh, new attack.
Oh,
He's dashing.
He's
Dashing towards you.
You remember that pizza Hotline Miami game? He's doing that thing. It was like a Hotline Miami game about delivering pizza, and there was a boss at the end of the thing that would always dash into you.
Mr. Cheeseburger or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I think Zecks played that, actually.
Oh, maybe. Last slice, yeah. I feel like it's, yeah, the boss charges at you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like you could have picked any of
Zecks
500
did
video
play
games.
that. The ultimate speedy boss. Zecks has the experience. Let's see if it pays off here. This guy does seem pretty tough. You basically can't get hit by this guy ever.
Oh, the combo. 1-2. Tracking the movements perfectly. Aaron found the machine gun and then also found a second shotgun afterwards. Nice. Has the machine gun now, though. Let's see how this button press attempt goes. I think he's already hit it, probably. Nope. I want to say Andy here in the chat, Andy and 4H, raced this and put up like a really monstrous time. Like 17 minutes or something.
Is it okay? No.
That's tough.
That is so
That's tough
hard.
to dodge.
You know what you really have to do
good.
is probably if you have the full acceleration, you can go fast enough up. But what you really want to do is fall to avoid that because you fall so much quicker. So you need to like gain some height and then fall so he goes above you. Yeah, we got a few games by this guy. I mean, obviously we saw the ninja one where you shoot the like chakrams. We've seen the one where you pull teeth out of the wall. That's an exciting one. I don't think we've seen that one lately, but that's the most insane of these.
Yeah, we've had times as high as 44 minutes, but then as fast as Andy's 15 minutes 16 seconds. Very much an outlier.
Yeah, I mean, if you could do this with no death, for sure. I think this guy is like a huge pain point. I remember the last race I saw of this being on this boss a lot.
I see what you mean about going upwards is just not enough speed to dodge these things. Like when he comes in with the laser and you're just trying to use the jetpack to go up over the laser, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, so I would want to, because he kind of comes to you. You don't really have to go to him. He'll eventually make it up to your level, so I'd want to spend a lot of time up near the top of the screen so you have more room to fall and dodge things.
One thing I haven't quite clocked is this gonna work if I start drawing down here? Yeah. So if he's like here, and he's kind of facing this way, and he shoots the red fire wave, right? He can kind of shoot like at this angle, but I don't think he can shoot at this angle.
Yeah.
Unless he turns around, which he will.
I don't. He might just instantly flip around. I don't know. It's true. Does he get locked into the direction he's facing for both those shots? It's a good question.
I don't know.
He looked like a little Amogus guy the way you drew him.
I knew that. I couldn't. I mean, look at him.
It's true. It's true. We have Murray looking at the chat.
There it is again.
Mogijet. That's pretty good.
Zecks was just like, uh-oh, here's the laser. Go, 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 go. And just holding the jets, and it's not enough.
AaronDobbe moving on to the second half of the escape sequence.
Well, the falling wasn't even enough.
We haven't said it on screen. If you're confused, that's not lives in between. That's deaths. It just lists how many times you've died. You might say, why do they get 2 extra lives every time they die? Hopefully that's not what you were thinking, but like in case you decided to work it out that way, that's not what's happening.
Pretty good first attempt. Wow, AaronDobbe. Just barely scoops past the flames. Oh. Zecks baited the laser low and then hit the jets to go up. Interesting.
That can work if you get the timing right. It's just there's that spot where you're switching from down to upward momentum where you're basically standing still. And if you're in a range when that... Well, so that time it looked like he kind of fired backwards at the angle we were thinking maybe was impossible.
Yeah, it looks like he'll flip between shots.
It might be better just to stay in front of him. And don't worry about ever trying to go above him. Just to keep
if he does the red attack, the little red waves, and you're right there in front of him, that's bad.
I don't mean directly in front of him. I mean like in front of him but at a distance so you can just kind of move up and down a little bit like that, like what Zecks just did. Because going right above him, if he can rotate as fast as he wants, then there's really no point. It would only make sense to go above him if his rotation speed was, like, limited in some way, and it's hard to tell. Well, that's no good. He just flew directly exactly with Zecks and then shot him with a laser. I don't know if there's much you could have done about that.
So what Zecks has done is the boss seems to follow your motions and react to them. That's why he's able to get these snipes. That one, I guess that one he just got close. He got close enough to not get hit by the laser.
Yeah, the guy got confused. He doesn't have peripheral because of the stupid Amogus hood. He has limited peripheral vision. The guy probably took all that into account when designing this character, I think.
Barely dodging.
Ah!
God, he keeps going. Okay.
So that hitbox is not quite as big as it looks.
Knocked away by the flame attack, so not dead, but cannot get hit by anything now.
Okay.
Zecks dodging towards the boss to dodge that last hit.
The aggression is rewarded. I'm gonna say I believe that's a dot done. He says, yeah!
Yeah!
The flex.
I can tell you it was a 32-48.
32-48. What was it for Aaron? Should we keep going?
It's only a little bit longer.
Yeah, let's see him finish it out.
We should definitely swap to the other audio though. Though I would love to hear the DK64 version of this song. Very aesthetic numbers, that's true. Zecks finished with 5,550 yen and 26.26 on the clock.
Post that to r/mildly interesting.
Oh no! Oh, AaronDobbe landed on the box and it killed the jets.
I think this is not going to do it. Because, well, actually, maybe he had the time, actually. I think I may have been wrong, but...
Yeah, just hit the spikes.
This guy's wiggling.
Kind of low on health.
Just don't get hit. Forehead. Easy.
There's only so much that's going to hit you in the second half of the level.
Yeah, I like that fire.
Well, health is not a concern.
I think that would have taken you down regardless. I don't think it does. I think the fire is complete instant kill. I don't think it does an amount of damage.
Yeah. You know what the problem is? Not nearly enough money.
I think you're right. Could have bought better guns. More ammo, stronger jetpack.
Ooh, I would have been wary about going right against the wall there with spikes waiting at the top.
Oh,
But
look
clutch
at that.
finish.
Look at that. Was able to avoid the Zecks death after that point that happened once. So if it's
Yeah, I
not much
mean,
longer, I'm going to say AaronDobbe probably does better on this boss. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh. Spending a lot of time inside the boss.
yeah. I mean, his red attack, like, where does that come from? Where does it go?
Yeah.
Are
Cotton
you
Eye
safe
Joe, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Giving
interesting.
him the old Cotton Eye Joe. The shotgun's point blank inside the boss. We're not even going
Zecks
to
was...
see the charge attack.
Oh, Zecks was never behind the laser. That never once happened, I don't think. And so that
I think he
this is...
kind of was. Some of the dodges where the guy here and Zecks had this sort of motion over the laser just barely.
Hmm.
I don't think it was like a this way dodge. You
I
know,
like what
I
Aaron
think,
is doing here, because this guy's getting pretty confused. That was almost a kill. And if you
yeah.
can kill him before he does his pizza hamburger head charge, then, I mean, this guy is a cakewalk.
His projectile comes out from his hand, and it doesn't seem to want to go backwards.
Yeah. Well,
So, oh, got clipped by that one. Okay, red shots are coming soon. Gonna need to dodge one at least. Does not.
yeah, so even though I think the way the health bar works is just a little off visually, you definitely die in 2 of these shots. It looks like
Yeah.
you have more than half after 1 hit, but you die immediately when you take another.
The shotgun's got a really unsatisfying, like, sort of popcorn gun sound effect. Just pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, the inside shotgun strat. I like this strat.
Oh, look at that. He couldn't do it. He couldn't handle it.
Yeah. That's
He's
what I
dead.
like to call a 3-pointer.
Oh, accidentally picked up a new gun. It's fine.
Perfect. Perfect finish. Good boss fight from Aaron. A better boss fight than Zecks, but struggled with more with the earlier levels.
Yeah, I mean, and that button, too, was 37:37, the official SRL time.
Nice. Fun race. Cool game. Pretty tough. Pretty short, but that last boss and that escape sequence is a real sticking point, I think.
Yeah, it's a tough game, especially because you gotta be... You can't focus on just any one thing, right? Like, just basic movement is... You gotta be pretty masterful with hitting the jets on the jetpack, and that's holding a button, feathering a button, letting it go. It takes up a lot of your sort of mental processing. So adding on top of that all the moves you gotta do to dodge those attacks is tough to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Zecks moves on while Internet Dirigible sets up the next VOD.